What's up, music fans of the internet? I am Kevin.
I'm Derek.
And together we are last week's album, bringing you two opinions on the best new music. And in this episode, we're talking about the new album by Leon Bridges called Coming Home. And we'll be exploring the question, is the retro soul of Coming Home a bridge to the past that's worth the drive? But before we get into all that, we'll kick things off like we always do, drinking a beer. Cheers, Derek, and everyone at home.
Cheers, Kevin, everyone at home.
And Leon Bridges, in case you didn't know, is a 25-year-old Fort Worth native who's sort of blown up overnight thanks to his sort of retro soul sound. Months ago, he was bussing tables and playing dive bars. Now Columbia Records has signed him, and he's touring the country and overseas. And Derek and I couldn't even get him to see him with press passes at South by Southwest. His backing band features a host of local session stars up in Fort Worth, including Josh Block and Austin Jenkins of the Austin-based psych punk band White Denim. And those two actually ended up producing the album. And it was recorded live using only vintage equipment, which makes sense given the sound. Which brings us to what it sounds like. Derek, what do you think?
Kevin, I think Coming Home sounds like familiar blues, soul, R&B, and gospel sounds mixed together for a sunny stroll down musical memory lane.
Nice. Yeah. I'm going to say that in a little bit different way. I think it sounds like a B-sides compilation of Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, The Temptations, and Al Green. So there you have it. Let's talk about some key tracks. Derek, what are you going with?
I'm going with Shine, which is track 5.
All right. I'm going with number 8. It's called Pull Away, but why don't you kick us off with Shine, Derek?
Yeah, Shine really features this bluesy organ riff, this soft rising falling guitar riff, and some saxophone. In the chorus, some female backing vocals come in, repeating some words, some oohs in other spots. There's an extended musical break following the second chorus, which features an organ solo, which I thought just really was awesome in there. And in the third verse, the saxophone really kind of mimics Bridges' crooning to very cool effect. And then drum, saxophone, and the backing vocals all build in intensity as the song progresses towards the last chorus, which again, just very strong soul vibe going on here. And the lyrics were kind of cool because it read like a confession to the Almighty and asking for forgiveness. One example, Lord, don't remember my sins from my youth. Don't remember my sins. And Father, please elude my transgressions. Let them blow in the wind like sand, because all my deeds, you know them. Just really cool track here.
Nice. That's a really good lyric. I actually didn't pick up on that one while I was listening. My key track, however, is number 8. It's called Pull Away, and it has just all the classic elements of the best soul music. There's twinkling piano, rat-a-tat drums, call and response vocals between male and backing females, pining organ, and really heartbroken lyrics of betrayal. He sings, "My pillow bears a tear of a man in pain. Our love I thought could sustain. Don't worry about me anymore, because I'll be gone by the morning time." And it even has this sort of fade out style ending that was so prevalent back in the day. It just gets softer and softer until it's out. It's so spot on. It really transplants you right in the middle of like a sock hop slow dance. And I just thought it was the best straightforward tribute track on the album. So check out Shine and Pull Away. And let's talk about some best lyrics. Derek, what do you like?
Before I give my best lyric, dude, I completely agree with the fade out there on Pull Away. That part of the song really, every time I heard it, I was attracted to it more and more just because it was such a throwback. Love that part. I'm pulling a best lyric from a song called Better Man. And he says, what can I do? What can I do to get back to your heart? I'd swim the Mississippi River if you'd give me another start, girl. And I really liked it for the vivid depiction, and maybe because I've been in New Orleans and St. Louis in the past month, and swimming the Mississippi River looks like no easy or hygienic feat. So I really dug it.
I bet it's not. Good line there, though, Derek. I like that one as well. I'm going to go with one from the track Lisa Sawyer. where he sings the complexion of a sweet praline, hair long as the sea, heart warm like Louisiana sun, voice like a symphony. This song is actually a ballad written about and dedicated to his mother. And I just think it's great imagery and poetry, and it's really straight from the heart. You can tell it on this track in particular. And with that, let's talk about overall rating. And the big question, Derek, is the retro soul of Coming Home a bridge to the past that's worth the drive? What do you think?
To answer the question, absolutely. Good things about this album. You know, I thought there was fantastic execution in combining elements from many of these different old school genres we've kind of been alluding to. It creates something familiar and new at the same time. Vocally, very strong, both lead and the backing vocals as well. You know, I guess one downside, maybe some of the lyrics not always as fantastic. There were a lot of good ones, but I think you know, that's definitely going to be one area he continues to grow on. And I think that to some extent, a lot of the appeal behind it definitely relies more heavily on the music. But all that being said, I'm giving it a 5. I thought it was great. I think I'm going to be continuing to listen to this one a lot.
Dang, awesome. All right. I will start with overall rating. On the pro side, I think he's a really nimble and meticulous vocalist. He really phrases things really interestingly throughout the album. And I felt like that was kind of a fresh take on soul. I thought the music and production of this album is also painstakingly perfected. As an artist, though, I feel like he's still kind of young and nervous and hasn't completely found maybe himself or even his sound, but I think he's getting there. To your point, Derek, lyrics can be a bit too simple here and there. And in particular, Twisted and Groovin' felt like a total miss. It felt like a demo on an album of painstakingly perfected production. So it just stuck out like a sore thumb to me. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5 and answer the big question, is it a bridge to the past that's worth the drive? I kind of think of like a trip down memory lane, even to go back to your sounds like, Derek. It always sounds like a great idea, but then it's never really as good as it was when you're actually back living it. I think the album starts off really strong, but doesn't just stay interesting enough, and it even gets a little mellow. It's missing that deep emotion that made classic soul music so soulful, for lack of a better word. But a great album nonetheless. So there you have it, a 3 out of 5 for myself, a 5 out of 5 from Derek. That makes an 8 out of 10, which means you should definitely check out Coming Home by Leon Bridges, and please let us know what you think of the album as well. Don't forget to subscribe to us here at Last Week's Album, where we're bringing you 2 opinions on the best new music. And as always, I'm Kevin.
I'm Derek.
Cheers, guys. See you next time.